I haven't really played Stego at all since the Rex and Aloe update, but since they've changed it to more of a bleeder, I think I might enjoy it some more, so today I'm gonna be trying it. I've seen some pretty cool footage of them taking down some Rexes. I'm not expecting I'm gonna be able to do that right away, especially you'll see later in this video, I can't even get the tail swing to work like 20% of the time. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I even had to check my settings. I don't know if when your legs break it just doesn't work anymore. I can't figure it out, so I'll have to play around with it some more so you can watch me die a couple times and cringe at the fact that sometimes I'm just standing there trying my best to attack and nothing is happening. This was also recorded on Isla Pandora, which is an EU server. I find that sometimes my ping is a little bit better on those servers, so I wanted to try that out too, and actually I feel like the fighting experience was a lot better for that. But some of the skins are really ugly, so that's a con. Also, not the biggest fan of global chat, but I really only tried to use it when I could tell someone was obviously trying to talk to me, or if I wanted to say like GG's in the chat or something. But it's very distracting when it's constantly moving, so usually switch it over to local for most of the time. These are the ugly skins I'm talking about. I love pink. Pink is my favorite color, but it really makes those trikes look fleshy, and I'm just not a fan of that. There is something just a little bit immersion breaking about seeing like bright blue and bright pink trikes walking around. This server has a rule for no herbivore on herbivore aggression unless it's consented to, so I knew the trikes wouldn't hurt me, but I didn't like the way they were following me, so I wanted to go find a little rock to sit on. I sat there until I got prime, and then I got a little hungry, so I went over to the woods to eat some food because that patrol zone was the trike's patrol zone and not mine. Heading back to my rock, I knew something very bad was about to happen. Yeah, two Rexes coming over the hill, and they just start booking it towards me. So I'm booking it to my rock as quick as I can because I can't outrun them, and I know a 1v2 never ends well for the stego. I definitely don't expect to win. I don't even really expect to live, but if I can take one of them down with me, I'm sure as hell gonna try. My head was literally inside of a rock for most of this fight, so it didn't make any sense showing you the clip of my POV. So here's the F2 recording. I definitely made a mistake in going after them head first a lot, but that's because I really hate playing dinosaurs that fight with their butt. I gave them a little GG's in the chat afterwards, because even though that was a fight that I lost, I still feel like I did pretty good considering the circumstances and the fact that that was the first time I had even touched stego since the update. Honestly, my standards are pretty low. If I can even just get like a couple hits in a fight, I'm pretty proud of myself. I decided to go with reabsorption for my first mutation this time because I struggled really hard in my last life with water, and I like to base my mutations off of my previous life's experience. Time to make myself puke on a bush and then go to Sanctuary. In moments like these, I just accept my fate But I still try to be friendly just in case they decide to spare me. He saw my butt wiggles of friendship and decided to spare me. I thanked him for sparing me in the chat, but I don't think he ever saw it. I think he was more worried about helping his friend out who was fighting something. When I want to throw up for more diets, but I don't want to waste bushes that are around because I'm something big like a stego, I usually just end up drinking salt water. Silly Aloe. Stegos are for Rexes. Rolling up to North Lake, there was some little baby Rexes behind me, as well as a baby croc in the water. So I decided to try and feed them. I can't help it. I'm a hardcore baby dinosaur sympathizer. Although watching me miss this many times trying to hit AI gives me a little bit of a brain aneurysm. I didn't name myself Squiddy No Skills for nothing. Yeah, that was really embarrassing. These raptors were so on the defensive earlier, and I just figured out why. They just have little babies. I debated on going over and just leaning over the babies to say hi to them, but I didn't want to scare them. Not gonna lie, it's the wholesome moments like that that make me love the Isle so much. The next time I logged back in, I instantly heard another stego, so I set out to go find them. I felt so bad that this guy had waited for so long for another stego, because my power went out right after this for like 4 hours. So anyways, here's when my power came back on the next day. Yeah, I hadn't realized it, but the raptor was asking to fight, but we had just gotten a 5-minute reset warning. So I went to go park my dinosaur in a bush and log out for restart. When I logged back in, I tried to offer a fight to the raptors, but the dinosaur gods had a different plan for me. Yeah, that was 2 huge Rexes, and at this point I was pacing, deciding, do I want to try and fight them? Which was an absolutely horrible idea. I really should not have done that, but I was frail, so I just decided I probably should just let them kill me and start over. Because, like, if I had started running now, I probably could have made it to the woods in time to lose them, but I think I just kind of didn't care anymore. When I made a new baby stegling, I instantly found a packy. He ran with me towards Sanctuary until I stopped to get my mutation, and then I lost him. Rolling up to my favorite spot in the game, I found a little baby Rex drinking water. He was trying to hide to ambush me, but I just figured I would try and smack him. Yeah, there was no smacking him. You know that moment when that little devil on your shoulder is telling you to do something, and then you do it? This is one of those moments. I mean, the way I look at it, I was just putting him out of his misery. Later, I finally found another stego. But after getting Prime, they decided to store their dinosaur. The next time I logged on, there was an event going on for nesting in herbivores, which made it really boring, so I spent a lot of time walking around. But I did hear these two small Rexes, and I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not have walked purposefully pretty much right up to them to try and get them to hunt me. I don't want to just go aggro attack them, but if I just so happen to walk by looking plump and juicy, maybe they'll want a piece of this meat. Yeah, there's the one that I wanted to hunt me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad at tracking people, and if you just so happen to go through some bushes, I probably will not be able to find you again because I'm really stupid. But I did end up tracking this Rex for like several minutes until I did eventually find him. It took me a while though, and so I'm just gonna skip ahead to the part where I found him because it's a bunch of me running through bushes trying to guess where he is for a while until I found his blood trail. And he's dead. So he definitely bled out, and I felt kind of bad after that, but you know, it is what it is. I was really bored, and he must have been bored too if he wanted to eat me. Later I found this aloe, and I really wanted him to fight me, but there was a Rex around, and I didn't know how big he was, I couldn't tell, but he started booking it towards me, so I ran out of there in panic. Looking back though, he might not be as big as I thought he was, and I probably could have fought him since it was just one of them. I think I just had PTSD at this point from getting jumped by two of them. Well, I definitely stood a better chance with the other Rex, and I probably should have just fought that one.